Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Serious Matters on Insight Links TV. It's your favorite host, Temiloluwa Olubode. Today, I'll be talking on something very relatable, something nobody warned us about, something we've been eager to be, but when we got there, we're like, oh, so this is it. And that is adulthood. Truly, is adulthood a scam, or we are not just prepared for it? In the studio with me, I have two amazing colleagues. I have Chibuike Emmanuel and Vincent Infine. So we'll be discussing on adulthood and they'll be sharing few experiences about adulthood. So Chibuike, at what point did you realize that did you come to the realization that adulthood is really a scam?
At first, when you say, thank you for having me on this show.
You're welcome.
First of all, you say few experience. I want to laugh to that because
You've had a lot. You've had a lot.
I've seen a lot.
Ah.
It is the experience actually few because we keep living this experience and living it like it's more or less for the rest of our lives here. And it's just there's a whole lot to tell about it, but we're just going to keep it capped. So
Keep it
we keep this episode real smooth. So at what point
Did you come to the realization? I'm sure you would have been eager to be an adult. At what point did you realize that this is not what I was expecting?
Growing up I live in an environment where there was children and there were these big brothers we do call uncle and auntie.
Mm-hmm.
Then this very good day, one of the children called me from school and he was like, Brother Chibuike. And he started explaining to me, troubles and things he was facing in school, and it was just dawning on me that that's brother. Then I am now the brother to these children. And I practically have no other option because I know their parents. They could call their parents for these things, but they decided
to call you,
and I just had to, put the bill and to the best of my capabilities.
Okay.
So after the whole incident, I just sat down and it's just a whole lot.
So Vincent,
Yeah.
the same question goes to you. At what point did you come to the realization that this is a lot?
Woman, where to begin?
Anyway.
In my family, we are, how would I put it, we're kind of like secured, like we are close, but we don't really expose ourselves to no one.
Okay.
So there came a day where my dad, because he friends for us regularly, he buys us food and but my sister in school called me, said she needed an amount of money. And at that moment, I even told her, don't you call daddy? Like, call daddy and mommy, let them help you. Let them help you. She said, Mama, she has tried it, but she doesn't feel like this. She said, can you help me? Mama, I borrowed. The amount, I will not mention the amount right now because we're live on TV. But when I borrowed from my guys and I sent it to her, they're now trying to pay them back. Then don't know me. Probably this is what my dad does for us as children. And then he hit me again. I'm 19 years old. I'm not supposed to be going through this kind of thing right now. I'm too young. Do you understand? Like, I'm too young to be going through this kind of thing. So when he started like that regularly, you don't only have my cousins. Then I started tutoring my younger. I was like, what is happening? Am I old? Am I
there?
I'm not getting to get there. It's not a good thing for you. Like, there are some things that they will tell you to do. When you do them, you realize that this adulthood is actually not what I planned as to do. I thought that when I'm an adult, money will come out of nowhere. I'll be flexing.
Everything.
I'll be going on yacht trips, traveling around the world.
Yeah,
I'm struggling to muster
I guess in there. So why do you think many young people? Why do you think they feel like this adulthood is a scam? Is it the economy? Is it the pressure? Or you understand? Why do you think they feel it's a scam? Why do young people
talking about this realization, I just want to use that to pivot to why we think the adulthood is scam. Growing up, I used to see my father. He sit down and he scratch his beards, And I was talking to my dad recently, and I told him that I sat down one night and I was crying. Yes. I was not reasoning that thing. He was reasoning those nights. I see him sit down and scratching his chest. So,
is it the economy, expectations, or the social media pressure that young people feel like adulthood is like
now this age, this Gen Z, is mostly Gen Z. Yeah, this age of people we have now, I feel majority of what's impacts them, it's the pressure from social media.
Okay.
But there are still people that are not really affected with the social media. But these Gen Zs that have been affected with the social media, seeing their peers doing things, and they would want to feel among.
Sorry to cut you short, Mr. Chibuike, but some days ago, was it not you that told me that I was a 19-year-old boy with how much in his account?
What you are?
So that pressure is there.
the pressure is actually. But if you check his background, he had the resources. He had some provisions made for him. He practically might have some head starts. You get. There are people starting up. I have a friend. I have a classmate that he's very well to do. He's practically building his house currently, and looking at it, his dad was late, and they left a lot for them. So that is some sort of that's like a head start.
A kickstart, yeah.
Yes. Now a lot of us are in this position where we're building first generation wealth. These people are already in their second or third generation wealth. But we are in a position where we are building first generation wealth. You know, when you're talking about you're from a poor background, at this stage now, what you'll be asking is, are you not the poor background? So if you don't fix that background now, you're actually the background. So if you call the background poor, you're the poor background. So we're actually in this stage where we are building first generation wealth.
You know, my friend said, Vincent, he was like, Vincent, right now, there are people who are looking up to, but they have head starts in the sense that their family have let them one of the things to keep up. But we are the head starts, so we're the ones that will decide whether we want to kickstart our children or they will have to kickstart for us again in our old age. That is deep.
You've not fully answered my question.
Let's try to back to the question. Come again.
I said, is it the pressure? Is it the economy? Is it the social media, everything that makes young people feel like adulthood is a scam?
So I was talking about the pressure initially. Now another thing that boils down to this thing is the economy also plays a role, and the responsibilities, roles that we have to take up at a very young age. Because tell me why a 14-year-old lady is already taking care of her 2-3-year-old siblings when the parents is not there. So these are problems we face in this community. The society too is not helping, and the economy is very, very bad. Because I could remember a period where they pay, I think that was core members. They pay them around, was it 6,000 or 8,000 naira?
6,500
or so. And I know this young core member then that he lives in the compound where I stay. With that 6,500, he'll get like a bag of rice. He will send something home, and he's still good to go. Yeah. I think the pay was 18,000 then or so.
It was 18,000.
I feel like now things are just so crazy.
Buy bag of rice and 7K.
It's already like minimum wage. Even if it was increased recently, it's not still sustainable
at all
for the country due to the economy. So you see that the economy also plays a part in making adulthood very, very rigorous.
Okay, thank you. So Vincent, growing up, what do you think adulthood would look like, and what does it look like now?
What I was promised was what I got.
What do you think it would look like? And are you getting?
I told you skyscrapers, yachts.
It's the fact that it's the fact that it's the fact that you was promised. Who promised you?
Bro, I will tell you the truth right now. My parents told me, listen, when you grow up, you enjoy yourself. Everything will come. I'm not enjoying myself. It is not coming easy. I'll be real with you. Like things I do. So
you know what you ordered that
yes. What I ordered was what I got. What I thought to be. How I thought it would be like. I thought it's okay. Maybe things will be better in Nigeria. The government will be a lot smoother. To even get job, hell, the job market is going to be hard, but we'll be fine. To even get jobs now is way harder than it was then. And then again, that thing you said about 18K could sufficiently go forward now. Nowadays, we have people that are earning 50K. You wonder how that came from that. but they're what they're doing to keep up with the living. Do you understand? Like
even
the
before
economy
the salary drops, they've spent it already.
like before it even drops, are already gone. You get that's what we go through in life right now. So based on what I saw it back then, maybe like 10, 15 years back, but what I'm going through now, I'm like, I was probably scammed. Heavily scammed. Heavily scammed. All is well.
Chibuike, what about you?
I made a post recently on my social media, X specifically. I said something. I was like, the consequences I'm facing now. I don't know when I took the action.
I saw that post.
It's crazy because we are going through a lot. We're going through a lot, obviously.
You see people that are going through like 5 to 10 jobs and can still barely put food on the table. Come on.
So growing up, I think as children, our mentality of growing up to adulthood is the freedom, the lifestyle, go out as I please, come back when I want, get to take the biggest portion of the meal, get to take meat whenever you want from the pot.
That's important.
Actually.
Get to feed yourself whatever you want. Go to the restaurant if it's chicken you want. Because obviously I was in the restaurant recently and I ate to my food and I felt like I needed extra proteins. And I was like, why can't I just order extra proteins? It's my money. Yes, it's my money, but order the proteins recklessly.
After eating it, your eye will clear.
Do you look at your account?
So all these things, we put together, and it's just so crazy and crazy. I need to use that.
I saw a post that your one guy was complaining about how adulthood is getting scary because why? At adulthood, they are teaching you you have to start saving. You have to start investing. You also have to live your best life. 3 contradictory posts at the same time. And you have to do all of them in your early 20s. How are you going to do it with a what? 70k minimum salary. When you think of these things, you realize that, oh man, even like living your best life, you might have to start drinking Gary from time to time for your best life.
You rather pick one, save or leave or flex.
Even the investments, I don't even know how I want to start.
You will go help us. So, do you think our parents, they prepared us enough for this adulthood? Do you understand my question? Do you think they prepared us or they just let us figure it out that, once this boy reaches this particular age, you should know what to do, how to do it and when to do it? Or they prepared us that, Chibuike, when you reach this certain age, this is what you will meet. This is what you will do. You understand my question, right?
Yeah, okay, go on.
So in my own perspective, I won't say they didn't prepare us or they did prepare us. Our parents came from a timeline where they went to farms. They basically became, self-employed at the end. They were working hard. But as they grew up, they thought and they realized that school was the best way to educate a child on everything. And let's be realistic, everything went to. It's not everything. School will only teach you like fundamentals of some things. You get. So now, in taking us to school, many of them will now go to work. They will not have time to educate us on other things that are also important to life aside the educational aspects. So when we go to school now, pass YA, pass JAM, get a first class degree, those are the basic things in our head. Thinking that once we have achieved all of those, we become ready for adulthood. But in actuality, life, how they say, life after school is not peachy, it's not rosy. You get, that's what the guy told me. It's not peachy, it's not rosy. And now I'm seeing it, and it's not rosy at all. So those things, when you surround yourself around that circle or that triangle of life, that when you enter that circle of that wheel of circle, that I will first go to school, do my JAM, get the first class degree, and I'll get a good job, and I'll do lies. So
they always say education is the key to success. Yes,
education plays a part, but it's not the major thing.
That's door, they don't change the door. The key no open again.
Actually, so back to what I was saying here. So that thing, that's like a system, or a system. That system is so embedded in us, especially us Gen Z right now, that we don't know how to fend for ourselves. So at a point, we will now realize that this thing I studied is not like anything I can do or I want to do. Now, at that point, the question is, sit with it. Because you realize some people at 35, 40, that's when they start chasing their dreams. At that point, I'm not sorry to say, I may not be like attacking anyone based on age gap and everything, but at that point, it's fairly late. Let's be realistic. So if you don't, education is like, our parents do not teach us those challenges. For example, now, let's bring a very scary topic. Has your parents taught you about parenting?
Not that they taught us or taught me.
You thought
seeing them, you can emulate.
Now, in
like
emulating them, are you going to be a better version of them or worse? Because you can never tell. There's no manual for these things. So they don't teach. They just expect that as you go through life, you will learn. Now, you may learn based on your experiences
Yes.
early enough, but if you have bad experiences, to dampen your life. So you get what I'm saying? They do not prepare us properly.
Now, the big question there is what's shaping those experiences? Environment plays a very big role. Okay. So imagine you're living in an environment where your dad is a bookworm, your mom is a bookworm, but in the home, you're well aware that people are still living a medical life.
I want to cut you short here. Okay. Your dad is a bookworm, your mom is a bookworm, but I know someone that his dad is a bookworm, his mom is a bookworm, but he's a DJ. I tell
So I feel like that's you say that. I feel like it still boils down to choice and being ruthlessly stubborn about it. Because I know that he will actually experience a lot of back and forth with his parents, based off his choice of career. And why I'm saying these things is that I get to learn life at a very early age, and I started fending for myself at a very early age too. Even if our parents, let me generalize parents in mostly this part of the country, they feel like the way they teach their children about life ahead is mostly just word of mouth. When I sit and tell you about it, don't do this one. When you grow up, that one. When it's not actually, it's sometimes we tend to watch their life, and sometimes we tend to emulate these things they do in their life. These are part of what happens in our environments. You get. Sometimes we see how our parents, like our dad, is being provisional, how he's being caring, and all. Like there are families that their dad goes out, comes back, and buy. And their family that they only expect that thing like once in a week, maybe Sundays. Like all these things shapes our thinking. It shapes. So sometimes for people to break through those environmental barriers, it requires more resilience, and which all these things are not being taught in school. All these things are not being taught in school. So I would say our parents, our parents, most of our parents actually taught us to the best of their capabilities. And what I would tell people these days is that our parents actually want the best for us, but most of the times their best is no longer our best for us. So we need to go for more.
So you were saying, you said you came to realize you started fending for yourself at a very young age. So that brings me to the question: what age do you think is the right age to become an adult? Is it by age or just experience or mindset? What age do you think, this person is an adult?
Yeah. Adulthood is not boxed by age.
Okay.
And it's mostly responsibilities. You're growing up and you get to see that you started doing the things your parents were supposed to be doing. You get. So when I say I started fending for myself at a very young age, not like I did not have the support, but I was trying to build this mentality of I need to do this, I need to get this done, even if the support's were. Understand? So growing up, it's just generally you just learn life. You get. You just learn life. And your question, come again with your question.
I said, what age do you think a person should be to be called an adult? Do you think it is by age or mindset or experience? Do you get my question?
So the mindset shift, the experience is very important. But age, they will say it's just a number.
Okay.
The general law that 18, somebody can become an adult, that's just when you want to legalize things. But let's take things off the book. A lot of people become adults at very young age because they started taking on responsibilities.
You see a 5 year, you go to some places in some streets, you see a 5-6-year-old taking care of a 2-year-old baby because that's responsibility. That person has more adults experience and sense than some people that are 30.
No,
so I'm not dragging anyone.
No, I'm not with you on that.
I'll partially agree with that because growing up, they've had this, sense of humor and their environment and what they're doing. When you put them, let's say if they come of age now,
Yeah.
and you put them in a place where things need to get done,
Mm.
based off their experience, they will actually see those things as normal lifestyle. Let me get this thing done. But there are people that are grown. Let's say they grew up in a privileged home or stuff like that, and they wouldn't even want to do such things, even if being assigned. They'll see them as burdens.
Yeah.
So experience also shapes.
So in conclusion, adding to what my colleague has just said about how whether age is determines whether you're adult or not. For me, 18 years of age is the legal age, but like I said, someone that is 5 years can act more mature than someone that is 30. I know for a fact, I will not mention this right now, a friend of mine, like he's 22. But what he does, I can bet there are a lot of people that are in their late 30s that are not started doing it. Mindset, experiences, plus your approach towards responsibility. Other people that they will see responsibility or like task, they'll back down. They'll be like, I don't want to do, I cannot do this thing. But they will see it. They will say, what's the best way forward for everyone? Family, and for us. Someone like that is already becoming an adult. Okay.
So thank you very much, Chibuike, Emmanuel, and Vincent. So that will be all, guys, on today's episode. I hope you learned one or two and you're able to relate to some of the experiences we've shared. I remain your host, Temiloluwa Olubode. Join us next time on Serious Matters. Thank you.